We often look at something like the block and say, well, there's this, everyone's interested in renovation, but it pales into comparison, our interest in architecture and design, to any other time in Australian history, in that period after the war.
New homes built by the last true DIY generation.
Anyone can build their own home. If I can do it, and I am probably one of the clumsiest people in the Southern Hemisphere, every bloke and most women knew how to build things. It was being officially encouraged.
What defines, I think, particularly the houses of the 1950s is they really, in many ways, are the last houses that our great-grandparents or grandparents actually built. Could we return to a do-it-yourself situation again? I think consumers would love to do that. I think most people would love to have a crack at building their own house, and I think it's deeply embedded in our DNA to do that. Rules and regulations unfortunately stop that today, and there's too many codes and too many difficulties, too many councils stopping us from really, truly returning to those days.
Would-be owner-builders in 1950s Australia have a powerful ally. Legendary architect Robin Boyd.
Well, I became an architect, I suppose, because I wasn't a good enough artist.
Boyd believes that functional Australian housing doesn't have to be ugly.
His views on the rightness of buildings, both in style and in the way they work, have made him one of our most important authorities on architecture.
In the immediate post-war period, people like Robin Boyd in Melbourne got a column in The Age and was decrying the aesthetics of Australian housing and started Small Home Service.
Boyd launches the Small Home Service in 1947. Architect-designed plans feature in the pages of The Age newspaper and are sold through Melbourne's Myer department store. The concept expands to New South Wales in 1953. And it's a game changer.
And for a very small outlay, small number of pounds, you could buy the plans and then go and build it on your block. They were really thought about for the owner-builder in mind. If they could swing a hammer, they could probably have the skills to be able to build a house.
What was marvellous about it, when you bought the plans, you could immediately go to your builder and say, build it. And it had cost you, the houses in those days, it most probably cost you $1,000 or $2,000.